Right then, I am alive. It is me, Subs Warwickshire here, and this is like a random surprise live stream which I've hardly told anybody about. So let's see who's part of the notification squad then. Let's see how long it takes for some people to join. I will share it out now I am alive. I'll share it out on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see if anybody joins. I haven't done a live stream in about a week or so now, so my apologies. I didn't do one at the weekend. So let's see who's part of the notification squad then. Because normally I set my live streams up in advance. Hello Universal Train Studio. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I see you're part of the notification squad then. We used to say that back in the day, the notification squad. I'm doing good. I thought I'd come and have a bit of a chit chat because I haven't done a live stream in a while. Then I thought I'd just discuss a few things on the streets of YouTube recently and trains and stuff like that. So I thought I'd come and have a live stream. See how many people join. If you guys are coming in, make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and a shout out. Let's see if we can get some more people in here tonight. On this midweek random live stream, a bit of a bonus. So I'm just gonna share it out. Because as I said, I normally share my live streams out in advance, but I thought I'd do a surprise random one. Hello Pete, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. So I'm just going to share this out everywhere. Feel free to share me out as well, guys, if you can. There might hardly be anybody because I mean, I did set it up like half an hour ago. But I set up for 9:45, but I've came on 20 minutes early anyway, so not sure if that affects notifications or not. But I did wait until after the possible half an hour notification goes out. But hopefully everyone's enjoying the nice weather in the UK. I will, if I have missed anything in the chat, I will read the chat in a minute. I'm just sharing myself out. I see a few more people joining now. Hello, One Busy Mama. Thanks so much, Pete, for welcoming people. I didn't see Bethany walking the door. How are you doing, One Busy Mama? Thanks so much for coming in. Oh, did I share that out? Yeah, I shared that out. And I'm just going to quickly share out my Discord server, and then I will read anything I've missed in the chat. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to mute it 1 second, just so I can put my Instagram story up. So I'm just going to mute it for 1 second. I'm just doing a quick Instagram story, just to tell people I'm live. I hope I've not missed it. I will try and have a look at the messages on my tablet at the same time, or if I can access the live chat. Hi Unicorn Gal 2002, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. Universal Train Studio. I did set it out. I did schedule it like half an hour ago, and sometimes YouTube gives the 30-minute notification. I scheduled it for 9:45, but I came on at about 9:20, just because I wanted to make sure if there was going to be a 30-minute notification, it did get sent out. I'm doing good, Unicorn Gal 2002. And then I know 345 Barry. And I know I didn't schedule it because I thought I'd do a random one and see who actually comes on. We've got 6 people in here now, which is nice. I don't normally do random live streams, but I thought I'd do a random one I would tonight, just for a bit of filler content as well, because I haven't got a video until tomorrow, and that's also partly what we're going to talk about tonight, is my videos I'm uploading over the summer season. Evening, Michael, welcome, thanks for coming in. Do you hope you're doing okay? So, hang on, I've done that link wrong. I'm trying to get the link for this, and then not doing a very good job at it. Now I'm just gonna mute the microphone for just 2 minutes, guys. Just give me 30 seconds. My apologies for that, guys. I was just doing an Instagram story and I had some copyrighted music in it, so I don't want to get demonetized. So my apologies for that. Then I hope I've not missed anything in the chat, but it does seem a bit quiet. I say that because we're having some more people join now. Hey VS, welcome, thanks for coming in. Do you hope you're doing okay? Welcome to this random live stream, which I decided I was going to do. I was actually going to originally do it last night, but then it got quite late. It got to about 10 o'clock, and I thought, no. It's a bit early tonight. It's about 9:30 in the UK. And hopefully everyone that's in the UK is enjoying the nice weather. We've gone from having a wet spell to being blooming dry for the past 10 days. So it's actually been like nice weather. It's been like in the 20s, which is 70s for you lot over in the States. So it's definitely been it's definitely warmed up. In fact, if I was probably going out a bit more, but I wouldn't be wearing jeans, I'd be wearing shorts. I would be. Excuse the dirty socks. I did put clean ones on. Now they've got dirty all over the house. That's a question. That's a weird question for you guys. Around your house, do you wear shoes, socks, bare feet, or slippers? That's tonight's random question. Because I wear socks and my mum's always nagging me because my socks get dirty. My mum says bare feet. Yeah, it was here 345 Bay 20. We got 21 on Tuesday. In fact, in Bristol, it's 22. I was in Bristol Monday just gone. Just briefly, for about 2-3 hours, I filmed Filton Abbey Wood and Parkway. I went down to Bristol Temple Meads to get a cross-country HST ride. And I think I'm probably going to upload that vlog probably next week. I am. Because there will be some content which I will give a bit more priority over others. Because that's what I want to say moving forward. Because I know I do have like old vlogs which are not yet published. I will like kind of mix up the content a bit. Like this double steam train vlog I filmed that went up the other day. This is actually before another vlog that I filmed from the West Coast Main Line. But I thought I'd give this one a bit more priority because I thought it'd be a bit more interesting as well. Because we've also got the World Cup of Stations actually, which was another topic I was going to talk about tonight. For those of you in the UK, who is playing the World Cup of Stations on Twitter? I'm not sure if they're doing it on Instagram, but I definitely know it's on Twitter. For the West Midlands category, which is my local area, I actually voted for Leamington Spa because it's a gorgeous style, Great Western Old style station, and they've now gone through to the semi-finals. They have to. Hey, Jamie Hart, it's been a while. Thanks so much for coming in. Do you hope you're doing okay? And then I'm off to Scarborough next week, and then I've been to Fiery, but I've never been to Scarborough Unicorn Garage 2002. Socks and Barefoot for me says Universal Train Studio. Michael says I wear socks. Unicorn Garage 2002 says I wear slippers. Jamie Hart says I wear socks or slippers. 345 Bay, I'm the same. I used to wear slippers, but then I kept on almost slipping on the stairs. I did. Especially with my eye condition. I couldn't blooming. I kept on blooming slipping over, so I stopped wearing slippers because I've got to be careful on the stairs, because I have almost slipped down the stairs wearing blooming slippers before. So that's why I partially don't wear them as well. I tend to wear socks and occasionally shoes, but I only really wear shoes in the house if I'm going out, like outside or out the house, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it was nice weather it was today, 345 Bay. Did I miss another? Yeah, I know I normally do live streams on weekends, but I thought I'd mix things up a bit, do a bit of a midweek live stream, especially I'm not going to do a live stream this weekend because I've actually got like other obligations and stuff going on. I have this weekend, and it's also the bank holiday weekend, so that's why I kind of do a mix of like weekend and then like some midweek live streams. And then hi Isaac, welcome, thanks for coming in. Oh, you're not on Twitter, are you? 345 Bell. I'm not sure if they're doing the polls on Instagram, but hope if you guys are on Twitter, you are voting for the best station. I want it to be Leamington Spa because I do like that station. It's really like nice variety with the Chiltern trains. It's not as much at the moment with the trains because of the Oxford to Didcot closure, but hopefully from the middle of the next month that will be sorted out. Is it Nunhead Viaduct? I forget the name of the viaduct in between Didcot and Oxford, but the line shut down there. Hello Ruben, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing good. And then Michael says, I voted for Leamington Spa 2 and agree it's a lovely station with overall heritage signs. Yeah, because they've also got that little garden on the Birmingham Crown platform. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Well, my apologies for that, guys. I just had to go check something for my mum. She thought the hot water wasn't working properly, but the tap was just having a mind of its own. And then, because she's just washing her hair. I'm sure you guys need to know all that wonderful information. She was dyeing her hair and she was worried about the hot water. She thought it was running cold. Where was I? 345 Bay says, I have slippers in my room, but I never wear them. But I only wear shoes if I'm going out or going to the garden. Yeah, same here, to be honest with you. Hello, G1. My apologies, didn't see your message. I just stepped away for a second. And then, but welcome all. Do appreciate everyone coming, especially to this unannounced live stream. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so we're discussing the who is everybody voted for. If people are voting for the best kept station, or the what is it called? It's voting for the best station in the UK, basically. If people have voted for it, let me know who you guys have voted for. Because I do want Leamington Spa to win. Obviously, you can vote in different areas, and I have done that. But I do want Leamington Spa to win, because I do love that station. Really, really nice. And it's not too far from me, actually. Just up the road, if you think about it. But because of where I live, I have to go all the way up to Coventry and then come back down to Leamington. I do. But definitely worth if you've not filmed it yet this year, it's definitely worth waiting off until the middle of June to do it, when Cross Country have got their services fully restored, because obviously of the Oxford to Didcot line closure. And then talking of that area brings me on to the next piece of news. Britain's newest station is going to be opening. Reading Green Park is opening this Saturday, the 27th of May. But unfortunately, because of the same issues, I'm not going to be there within the first week, because if it was open on Saturday, and there was no line closure, obviously I'm busy on Saturday anyway, but I probably would have gone and done it next week. But I can't do that now, because it's obviously the line between Oxford and Didcot is going to be closed until I think it's the 9th of June, so probably the week after, if not the week after that. I'll be able to do it, because it is good to go see some new openings, because I do find that them sort of videos do quite well on the channel in terms of like the algorithm and engagement and stuff. So definitely do want to visit the new Reading Green Park station when that opens up. It opens up on Saturday, but I'll go to it in a few weeks' time once they've got the Oxford to Didcot line back up and running for cross country. Ruben says Leamington Spa is a lovely station. Who have you voted for in the best kept station then, Ruben? Just curious. And then in other news as well, the cross country HSTs and Great Western Rail GWR HST diagrams, they are starting to become less and less now. I've noticed that Great Western now and cross country have taken a few diagrams off the HSTs and Great Western ones. I think now cross country only actually have like 4 or 5 diagrams a day now. And I was lucky enough to get to ride one from Birmingham to Bristol last Monday, and it was actually on the Intercity 125, 184 it is. And then it was 43,303, I think it was the back HST. And it was a really, really cool ride down to Bristol Temple Meads. No delays actually, which was ace. And then I did see 4 Great Western Castles. The 2 sets on one service at Bristol Temple Meads, and then again at Filton Abbey Wood, because apparently them diagrams have come less and less for the Great Western HSTs as well. Because I noticed when I was filming Filton Abbey Wood that quite a lot of the Cardiff to Penzance, which used to be all pretty much Castle HSTs, have been starting to be replaced by IETs now. Because I think it is going to be October, or definitely after the summer holidays anyway, that the HSTs will actually get entirely gone. I'm not sure about ScotRail, what they're doing with theirs, but I think definitely Great Western and Cross Country are getting rid of theirs in October. And hopefully they do a farewell tour, because that's something that is up my sleeve. I definitely want to see a farewell tour for Great Western and Cross Country. I might not necessarily get on the actual charter service, because they cost an arm and a leg, but at least go and send off the HSTs, because I did love the HSTs. Really, really cool locomotives. One of my favourites out there. Michael says, I'm looking forward to doing Leamington after the line opens between Didcot and Oxford. I'm also looking forward to doing Reading Green Park, because that's not far from me. You've not voted yet. You have to do it soon, because most of the first ones have been done now, Ruben. But I think the semi-finals, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. I have to look at that. checking Twitter each morning to make sure that I've not missed any polls. Also, I've noticed that on the new thing now, when you go to do a live stream, YouTube does this new feature that says the YouTube creator is going live. So, for example, for me, it says Sam's Vlog Trains and More is going live. Is he? I never knew that. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. In other bits of train news, what else have we got recently in other bits of train news? Cross country apparently now have got a almost pre-pandemic timetable, although they are doing it in gradual stages because of that Oxford to Didcot line closure. The southwest to Scotland route, I noticed when I was at Bristol Parkway, 4 cross countries an hour. We got the Bristol to Manchester via Birmingham and Stoke ones, and then also the Plymouth to Edinburgh with some up to Glasgow and then some down to Penzance ones. And then apparently then they're going to be having the full services to Bournemouth up to Manchester via Coventry and Stoke. Apparently they're going to be later on in June, I believe. And then the only exception though, and this is actually really annoying because cross country are actually doing work in between Derby and Chesterfield for 2 weeks starting next week. The Nottingham trains are only once an hour still for cross country, and that's going to be like that until Christmas whilst they're doing platform works at Birmingham New Street, which is going to be really annoying for me because I was looking at this. It means if I want to go do some stations in the Nottinghamshire area to film these cross country and East Midlands Railway diverts because of the Midland Main Line closure between Derby and Chesterfield, I have like a 50-odd bloody minute wait at Tamworth because of the stupid connection times at Tamworth at the moment, which is really annoying. But obviously it is like a good opportunity to go do. I was going to say once in a lifetime opportunity, not once in a lifetime, but it's a good opportunity to go and do them stations, because I know what some people would say, why don't you just wait and to do Nottingham and that when the services are uplifted? But there's honestly no point because it's not going to be until next year now properly. But I may as well get them stations done because of the good traffic that they're going to have from the 27th. It's going to be. I think it's the 27th of May. I think it's the 27th of May to the 11th of June. The Midland Main Line closure between Derby and Chesterfield / Matlock, which is going to be good. Yeah, 345A is all IET from Paddington now. Actually, you've got the 387s as well, and obviously the 345 to the Elizabeth line, which brings me on to the other thing. The Elizabeth line actually celebrated its first birthday today. I went on the line back in June last year, and it's not a tube line. It's technically National Rail, even though it's TfL operated. I went on it last June, and I actually need to go back and do Bond Street because that's one of the Elizabeth line stations I've not yet done, because that opened up in the autumn of last year after I'd already visited the rest of the Elizabeth line. So that turned 1 year old today, and actually Jen and the Move did quite a good video on that. She did. I watched it earlier. And but yeah, you're right, 345A. All IATs from Paddington now. Ruben says, I missed having the HSTs on the Midland Main Line. Yeah, that was definitely... I enjoyed seeing them HSTs in the last week. Unfortunately, I didn't get to ride on one of the East Midlands ones though, Ruben, but I did see a few at your local Leicester. Hello, Cooking with Mrs. Brown. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh yeah, VS is listening to Tiny Turner music because unfortunately Tiny Turner has sadly passed away, which is a real shame. So rest in peace to Tiny Turner. It says that on my end. Says what on your end, 345A? What did I miss? And Michael says, talking across country, I missed the doubled up voyages via singles now. There's still a few doubled up ones on the southwest to northeast route actually, because when I was at Bristol, it was 9 carriages from Bristol Temple Meads up to Edinburgh. Because what I found funny was the rear 4 carriages were really busy, but they added a front 5 at Bristol Temple Meads. I got them at Bristol Parkway, and it was blooming empty. It was. I was like, where is everyone? And when I get to Birmingham, I see all these people trying to get the rear 4 carriages, even though the front 5 were pretty much quiet. So I think they do have a few ones which are 8-9 cars, but you're right, Michael. It's going to be like 4-5 coach trains. I still think cross country definitely need to. I think hopefully they'll get Avanti Voyagers. I'm hoping, because Avanti have got. I know they've off leased 2 of them, 2-1 141 and 2-1 142. But I'm hoping the Avanti Voyagers actually go to cross country, because they've got, I think it's 17 5-car ones. No, 18 5-car ones. No, that's right. They've got 18 5-car Voyagers currently in service. 2 have been sent off lease, but hopefully our cross country gets them, because they do need the extra capacity. They do. I have noticed as well that they do double up some of the turbo stars for the Cardiff to Nottingham route now, but I think that is because of the Birmingham to Nottingham trains only being an hour, because I have noticed there's some 4-car services on there instead of 2 or 3. But still, it's better when they have a full timetable on that route, to be honest with you. I don't think the Leicester route does doubled up turbo stars, but I have seen a couple of doubled up on the Cardiff to Nottingham via Birmingham New Street route. 345 base says, I heard the horrible news about Tina Turner today too. Yep, I heard about. My mum told me about that. That is very sad indeed. Ruben says, I have plans to do the Elizabeth line in fullness now soon. Yeah, because I haven't actually been on the bit down to Heathrow. But after seeing Jen and the Moves video, it's kind of put me off on going to Heathrow with its security which tell you off for filming. No filming! Yeah. That has put me off a bit. And but I haven't done it. I have done it out to Brentwood, but that was when it was branded as TfL Rail. Because I was going to a festival in Brentwood, and I did it then in 2019, but that was when it was TfL Rail, not branded as the Elizabeth line. But I have done Paddington Derby Wood, excluding Bond Street. Because Bond Street obviously opened up later after I visited the Elizabeth line in June of last year. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so, and share me out as well, I would appreciate it. I see Ruben share me out on Twitter, so thanks for sharing me out, Ruben. And then 345 Bear says, I went on it a year ago and it's open day. I know the Elizabeth line goes to Heathrow from Shenfield, but I'll be going on the Elizabeth line tomorrow. That's cool. And then Cooking with Mrs. Brown says, I'm okay so far, I've just been busy, hardly ever get time to do. Yeah, we're all the same these days, we are, Mrs. Brown. Yeah, 345 Bay, I was discussing that a minute ago, I'm not sure if you heard. But YouTube has this new feature now, when you go live, it says the creator's name, and it says it's going live. So for example, for me, it says Sam's World Trains and More is going live. And then I just put Let's Talk and I have a bit of news. And then we'll discuss a bit more of the I have news bit in a second. And then Michael says, I've seen a few 4-coach XC170s at Severn Tunnel. Talking of Severn Tunnel, they're actually closing the Severn Tunnel again. I heard announcements about it Bristol Parkway on Monday. They're actually closing the Severn Tunnel between Bristol Parkway and Newport, South Wales. They are. I think it's June time. They are. So that would make for some good diverts down that section. Yeah, I found about, my mum told me about that, Ruben. Oh, hey Brian, welcome, thanks for coming up. And then Brian says, who will run Transparent? Oh yeah, that's other news. Transparent Express have lost their contract via. They're going to be owned by the government. They are now, Brian. I'm not sure what they're going to call it, but the government are taking over. Which leads me on to thinking, are the government just going to take over all the companies? Because it would kind of make sense, because they already own, I think it's LNER now, Northern, ScotRail, I think Transport for Wales as well, and then yeah, now it's going to be TPE. So we may as well just renationalise it, to be honest with you. But although even if we renationalise it, I don't think it's going to fix the problems, to be honest with you, Brian. Because yeah, because there's still going to be problems, because they're still going to have people work for them companies, even if it's owned by the government. Because take LNER, for example, they're owned by the government, but they've still got strike action, and then there's days where they haven't got a train crew. Same with Northern. Northern have pulled a Northern on me before from Blackpool to Preston. They cancelled a train when it was owned by the government. So will things change with TPE being owned by the government? Honestly, who knows? Because I did have to jiggle my plans around for next week because of the strikes. Because initially I was going to go out Friday, but then last week they announced strikes on Friday. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. But obviously I'm not going to moan about the strikes, because I could spend all night talking about them. But I'm going to keep that subject at bay, and just have to plan around that stuff. And Ruben says, I'm planning on riding the Elizabeth line down. Oh, sorry, I'm planning on riding the Piccadilly line down to Heathrow and then onto the Elizabeth line. I'll be careful about the security though. Yeah, I think the best bet, Ruben, is just don't go into the airport and just stay in the airport station, and then like tap out and whatever, and then just tap back in and go back to central London. And that way, the security, I don't think they can actually do anything about it whilst you're on the station, because the station is technically not their property. So if you're filming on the station, I don't think they can do actually anything about it. They're private security anyway, so technically it's not even a criminal. It's not a criminal. It is not against the law to film in the UK. It's a civil matter. It is. So if you film in a private building, it's technically not illegal. It is. So even though some places have strict rules about it, it's technically not illegal, and there's nothing really much that like the cops can do about it. There isn't. I'm not sure how the laws work in other people's countries, but here in the UK there is no law about filming in public. And also trespassing as well. Trespassing is actually a civil matter in the UK. Although there's like rules about people, about private land and stuff, how you're not allowed to trespass on it. Technically, again, the police can't really do much about it. The only exception is there's certain places, for example, motorways, which is what you guys call freeways over in the States. You're not allowed to trespass onto them. You can get arrested for being on a motorway. And the same is for train tracks. You're not allowed, it is illegal to go onto the railway line across the UK. So I just thought I'd point that out as well. But yeah. So technically, Heathrow security can't do anything about it because it's a civil matter, Ruben. Yeah, Brian, tickets are going to be sold on TPE until if it's Saturday they lose the contract. But I'm not sure if there'll be a new website Sunday morning. I suppose we'll find out. To be honest with you, I've never personally booked tickets with TPE's website anyway. Nor have I booked tickets through Northern. I mainly book tickets through my local operators I have. Like Avanti or West Midlands, basically. Because also, that brings me on to other news. We did that, as I was mentioning cross-country earlier, because there's actually, we just had the May timetable change, which did see quite a lot of increases in services. There wasn't really any big changes with my operators. Avanti had pretty much stayed the same. And then the only changes that West Midlands trains made is that the first class is now declassified on the whole of the West Midlands trains network, on all the 350s. And on the new trains, the 730s and on the 196s, there's going to be no first class. But first class is declassified on all the class 350s across the West Midlands network. And then the Snow Hill lines is the only real big changes which are made. I think the Snow Hill lines is now in like an enhanced pre-pandemic timetable. Cross City line's still the same. And then down my way it's all still the same, as well as up to Liverpool and Crewe is also still the same. And then also I think the other local routes are still the same as well. If you guys haven't already given me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up as well. Let's get to 10 thumbs up and share me out as well. Would appreciate it. Yeah, that is very sad indeed about Tina Turner. 3 for 5 Bay says the government might take over a few more, but the strikes will still go ahead as they'll be still, and yeah, exactly, they'll still be under the ASLEF, which is the drivers' union, and the RMT, which is the other union for station staff and onboard staff and whatever. There's still going to be strikes even if the government do take over. So like, I'm not sure if it's gonna. I don't think there's going to be like many big changes to TPE. To be honest with you, I think it was Brian that asked that. So I wouldn't worry too much. Do you use TPE a lot then, Brian? Because I hardly ever travel with them because they're all the way up north compared to me. I did have a couple of rides when I was in Greater Manchester, and I was hoping for a Nova ride, but I didn't get one because TPE being TPE, it was cancelled due to a short notice change to the timetable, whatever the hell that means. Ruben says, yeah, I was thinking of staying within the Heathrow stations. I think that's the best bet, yep. And then 3 for 5 Bay says there's lots of security in Heathrow. You can't really film the police officers or security guards. Technically, you can 3 for 5 Bay. I don't do that sort of stuff though, but legally, you can actually film police officers. There's no actual law against it in this country. But I just personally don't do that sort of stuff. The only things I tend to film out in public is like places of interest which I'm interested in, like the railways, or if I'm going to like a museum or the beach, or basically anything that interests me is what I film in public. And most of the time, I've never had any problems with people telling me off for filming either. I'm not sure if I said this on my last live stream, but there was a bit of a jobs worth at a cruise station when I went to when I was filming the what's it called? Sir Nigel Gresley was back at Crewe. When I was filming that, there was a bit of a jobs worth which was trying to tell me and other people to stand by the behind the invisible yellow line. So that was a bit of an odd one. But I haven't really got into trouble for filming in public, to be honest with you. Michael says, I usually buy my tickets online off TrainPal. I have used TrainPal before because they do good at split ticketing. And then there's also Train Split. The only problems I've got with their maps, and if you do split ticketing in general, is the seat reservation scenario. That's the only problem I've got, because what I find annoying about split ticketing is, unless you're changing trains at that station, is that sometimes you can be given separate reservations. And that's not really ideal, because obviously you don't want to play musical chairs on a train. Because I did split ticketing when I went down to Bristol, because I'm not going to spoil this too much, because I'm going to save it for the vlog. But it was basically an arm and a leg if I wanted to buy a straight Birmingham to Bristol ticket. So I did split ticketing at Cheltenham Spa to get down to Temple Meads, and then I bought a separate ticket so I could do Filton Abbey Wood, and then I got another split ticket Bristol Parkway up to Cheltenham, and then back up to Birmingham, and that saved me quite a lot of money. But the only problem was the HST was sold out. Apparently it was. They didn't give me any reservations on the HST, so I travelled in the unreserved carriage, which was Coach F. And luckily, because it's Birmingham New Street, it's a popular station, quite a lot of people get on and off there, so I managed to get an unreserved seat. And then on the way back, they did give me a seat reservation. I think it was coach C, seat 50, and then I had seat 55. That's not too bad because them seats are pretty close. So if you ever did have to play musical chairs, at least you're only playing musical chairs like a few rows back. But luckily, Coach B on cross country was unreserved and it was pretty much empty, which means I sat in that seat the whole way back from Bristol up to Birmingham, even though I had split tickets, because that's the only annoying thing I find. But if you do use split ticketing sometimes, and I think even if you do it like apps like TrainPal and TrainSplit, I think they can sometimes give you different seat reservations for different legs. It's not, as I said, it's not a big deal if you're changing trains at, let's say, Cheltenham, but if you're just going through like I was, it's a bit of annoying because obviously you don't want to have to play musical chairs. Although I have played musical chairs on trains before. There's actually been a few occasions where I played musical chairs on trains, and some of those occasions is when you go on a train and then it goes one way, and then, for example, the Birmingham to Nottingham route, it goes up to Derby and then it goes back out the other way. I played musical chairs then because obviously I want to be in a forward facing seat if possible. Obviously that's not always guaranteed, so I played musical chairs then. And then also sometimes I play musical chairs if there's annoying people in the carriage, like if there's like really loud people in the carriage and I want some peace and quiet and there's seats further back. Sometimes I'll move seats then. Or for example, if the train suddenly empties out and tables become available and I want to charge my phone or get a bit more extra leg room or do some bits and bobs that require a table, sometimes I'll move to a table then. So I play musical chairs sometimes, but I try not to play musical chairs. I try not to. No train companies will leave their unions note, because I think that's what manages basically them staffing stuff. Even though like there's a deal in Wales now, there's a deal in Merseyside, and there's a deal in Scotland, they need to definitely get their deal sorted out in the rest of the country in regards to them strikes. But it's not just the railways which have been on strike. It's been the education, health sector. You name a company that hasn't been on strike this past year. Brian says no, but thinking of booking a trip from Newcastle to Liverpool and the only direct trains of TPE. Yeah, you can still book them this week on the TPE website, Brian. Even if it says TPE only and they change the name, your tickets are still valid, because I think I actually, when Virgin switched over to Avanti, I'm not sure if it was London Midland switched over to London North Western, I actually did have a ticket which said like Virgin only or London Midland only, whatever, and they're still valid on the company that's taken over. They are. So you should be fine. 345 base says, say my film interest in public, but when I go to the singing lift, it gets quite busy in order to film. I have people who are probably in the bit background of the clip if they mind me filming. Yeah, I get what you mean there. To be honest with you, I don't really ask people or tell people I'm going to film. Sometimes it's just a case of filming. I still do get a bit self-conscious with the camera, filming in public. But sometimes you just got to do it, even though some people might give you dirty looks. Michael says, I had that when I travelled from Leeds to Derby back in March, where I had 2 separate seat reservations, but luckily my train had loads of seats free, so I didn't have to move. Yeah, luckily it was the same with my train from Bristol to Birmingham on Monday, because I didn't fancy playing musical chairs at Cheltenham Spa. Hey John, thanks very much for the thumbs up, hope you're well. And then 345 Base says, as some people generally prefer to not have to have people filming. As when I've filmed some clips before, I've had a couple of people say, yeah, I think as well, if some people aren't a big fan of you filming them, it is understandable. Like, I have people have given you funny looks like at train stations for filming. And normally, what happens then is I normally try and blur their faces or not put them in the video, because if someone told me that they don't want me to film them, even though technically legally could if I really wanted to, basically I'm respectful and I wouldn't film them. Like if some man was at a train station and I was filming and he told me, "Do you mind not filming me?" That's fine. I wouldn't film him. But it's not illegal to film people or whatever in public in the UK. As I said, I'm not sure how the laws work over there in other countries, but in the UK, filming is a civil matter and you're allowed to do it. But yeah. And then the other bit of news that I was going to discuss on my YouTube channel tonight. Careful. This is annoying as well. I noticed something about this on the live streams on YouTube now. Is that but on some of the YouTube live streams now, but they've moved the live chat we have. Let me just show you this. So look, when they updated the app, I'm not sure if that's going to focus. Focus. But you see where it says live chat? Live chat has moved, which is really annoying. The live chat is now where the comments used to be, which is way weird. I noticed that the other day. Yeah, 345 base says I don't film people. Oh, pardon me. So yeah. My mum's been singing Tina Turner in the background now. And then, yeah, so in terms of the news about my YouTube channel, basically the general gist is, with the summer months coming up, I am going to mix up the content a bit. Like if I see the views drop on a certain like series of videos, I might scale back the videos slightly on that style. Like I noticed when I was uploading a few train videos in a row, people started to get bored and they wanted to see a vlog. So I will mix it up a bit with train videos and vlogs. And also I've noticed that it does take a couple of days for the video to properly get out there in the YouTube algorithm this time of year. Especially with the weather warming up, it's getting nicer, people outside enjoying the late sunsets, they're having fun in the garden at the weekends. So yeah, I have been trying different things to get the content out into the algorithm. So if I do have like a 2-3 day gap in videos, I'll probably might like do like a live stream in between occasionally, or like the odd YouTube short. But I'll basically, the general gist is, I'm gonna try and stick to doing videos every 2 to 3 days. But I'm gonna mix up a bit with train videos, railway vlogs, etc, etc. I think you guys get what I mean, basically. But obviously I don't want to overload the content daily, because I want it to be pushed out into the YouTube algorithm so I can still get a similar amount of views to what I get subscribers. Hello, Alan. Welcome. I think you're new to this channel. Do hope you're doing okay. And then Michael says, I usually try not to get people in whilst I'm filming, but sometimes it's difficult as some... Yeah, I had that university, Birmingham University station, and I kind of regret not doing this station on the way back now. Because when I did 5 ways, that was good. I don't think I got anybody in the shot at 5 ways when I went out filming, not last... Yeah, it was last week. When I went out filming last week, did 5 ways, no problems at all. Didn't get anybody in the shot. And then went down to university, realised that the exits are where I got off the train. So if I wanted to film the train out, you're going to likely to get people in the shot. So I should have really done Birmingham University station on the way back, because... Yeah, but never mind. I used to know for next year, because I got off the train, went to film it out, I was filming it out, and then some woman walked in the shot on the way to the lift. And then the thing is, she gives me a bit of a weird look for filming. I'm like, you have just walked right in the shot. Yeah, so I've noticed that some people give you funny looks for filming, but half the time they run into your shop. They do. So yeah, the content I will do every 2 to 3 days, a mixture of training videos, video vlogs, and in terms of premieres, because this is something that you may have noticed, I haven't done a premiere for probably like a month now. I think the last premiere I did was 4 weeks ago. And I think I am not going to do premieres at this time of year. I have decided that I'm going to do premieres now, basically, unless I've got unless the weather's a bit air, and then I see more people on YouTube, I might do a premiere. But I might not do premieres as much in the summer months. I might save them for like a winter thing because I have noticed most of my viewership comes after the video has gone out. Like I still do like a nice interactions and watching the premiere with you guys, but this time of year I don't think it's the best thing to do. So I might not do premieres now unless I have like a special one I can come up with, or the weather's a bit air and I see more people on YouTube, I'll do a premiere. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to do premieres now again until like late September, October time, when the weather starts to go a bit downhill and viewership comes back on the channel. So I'm not. So basically, I'm not going to redo premieres. The live streams, I'm going to still try and do one a week. Try to anyway, and the Q&As are still going to remain monthly. So the next one will be in June. And then more quizzes. I definitely do want to do some more quizzes on the channel because I know quite a lot of you guys do like the quizzes. So I will do a poll this time because I did think of that Ultimate Sam's Vlog Trains and More quiz a couple of weeks ago. But I am now going to do a poll within the next couple of days or so. I'll probably let it run for like 20 to like a few days basically. I'll probably let it run for about 3 days and then I'll stop it because YouTube have got the new feature on the YouTube like when you put a community post out now, YouTube actually has a feature where you can let it get archived after so basically it will stay up for a certain amount of time and then it will get automatically deleted. So I might do a poll asking for ideas for live quizzes. I might do. So make sure you guys do pay attention to the community tab. And also, I know a few people have been asking about how they get shoutouts on the channel. And that is mainly how you do get shoutouts, is by taking part in the quizzes. Because I do mix it up, I make sure that if you won the quiz before, that I will give the shoutout to somebody else next time. And then, so that's the biggest shout out I do on my channel. In terms of other shout outs, if you want to become a member, I do offer memberships, and I've got stuff like I share people out. Like for example, my members' content, I share their content out. I make sure I do it like every 48 hours. I might move it up to 24 hours if people post more. My members do. But I do it at the moment every 48 hours. And then on the days when I'm not sharing members' videos out, I'll share like one of my great supporters videos out. Because I do have you guys, I do love everyone's love and support as always. So I do try and share like the non-members videos out as well. I do. And I share them out also every other day when I'm not sharing the members' videos out. Just to give back to you guys. But definitely, if you're a premium member, you will get your link down in the description. Like my 2 premium members at the moment have got their links in the description, which is Faye Bratcher and Tuba Chat are my premium members, and their links are down in the description. But that's basically how you get shoutouts on the channel for those of you that have been asking me. I do have like a list of like certain people which I do share out, especially the members. And talking to members, I need to, in fact, I'm going to do that now before I forget actually. Talking to members, I do need to share a members video out. So who is next in the list for being shared out for the members? I believe it is actually, it is Faye Bratcher actually. So I need to share my member Faye's video out. I do. So I'm going to actually do that before I forget now. So we'll get back to the chat in 2 minutes. And I do appreciate everyone else coming to the live stream tonight now. See, we've got over 10 thumbs up. Keep smashing the like button. Let's get up to 15 thumbs up. Share me out as well, because this was like a random last minute live stream. But I do hope everyone is doing well this evening, because I know a few people have just come in. So yeah, that's one of my members' video shared out. Of course, it's going to take 10 hours to share because I'm on live. In fact, does it even let you post the community post whilst I'm on live? I'm trying to share my blooming community post down. It's being slow. Has that shared out? No. Let me try again. Let me have a look at the chat, because I don't want to ignore anybody. Hey mum, welcome. She's just downstairs. And then oh yeah, I do remember that 3 for 5 Bay. 3 for 5 Bay is on about the that woman was like, can't film from this platform at the Neaton station. That was about 2 years ago now, actually. That was. And I do remember that. And in fact, if you guys didn't see that live stream, and that's my most popular live stream on the channel, you can go back and watch that after the live stream if you want, because that is featured in there. Oh really, Ruben? I've never had that happen to me personally. I've had weird looks off people when I've been filming the trains, but I've never had any people stick the middle finger up. Maybe I'll leave that member video to shower after the live stream, because for some reason, I think it's because I'm on live, it's been a bit slow. I've often noticed that my YouTube's a bit slow when I'm on live streams. So let me just go back to the chat for now. And make sure I've not missed anybody. I think Red Hot Reactions, Steve came in. Yeah. Hey Steve, Red Hot Reactions, welcome. How you doing, buddy? How's your job thing? I remember you saying that you had to go down to Birmingham for work, because I was actually up your way the day you went down to Birmingham. Unfortunately, I didn't bump into you because I was up in Southport actually. That vlog will actually be coming out in a few weeks. I have been on the new trains now though, Steve, your new 777s, and I did get that vlog out. And actually, that vlog I did actually. Look, Steve. 266 views. So that one did quite well, but I hope you're doing well, Steve. No worries at all. Would have been here a bit sooner, but I was at the PlayStation Showcase, and now I won't get back. Hey, all that fluff and stuff. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. And yeah, it's morning for you, isn't it? All that fluff and stuff. It's 20 past 10 in the evening here in the UK. Michael says, funny thing as it is, I always say to myself, don't complain when you're in my shots, but if there's a lot of rough people that I don't film them, as I don't want them to. Yeah, that's a good point actually. You don't want dodgy, rough looking people, Michael. I've had a few of them, I have, which look a bit sketchy as hell. Cough, Kings Norton Station. Cough, Witton Station. They're just two examples of dodgy stations in the West Midlands, which I'm not in a rush to go back to. Yeah, I will still do live streams. I'll try and do them every week, 3 for 5 Bay. Sometimes there will just be random chit-chat live streams like this, but to be honest with you, I don't think you guys actually mind when I do a chit-chat live stream, just to catch up and whatnot. Steve says, yeah, it was decent, mate. I was only there for a couple of days, but I'll be back down there sometime in June or July. That's cool. Oh, you're going to Chessington World of Adventures tomorrow. That's cool, 3 for 5 Bay. I hope I didn't miss anything else in the chat. I think I have course drop. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I think I went there a few. I think I went there when I was younger. I did 345 Berry, but I've not been there for a good few years. Uh, yeah, I think I went in. Like, I think I was like quite. I think I might have been like. I think I went there in like 2010. I don't know. But I was definitely young because it was still like the old rides like Bubble Works and Tomb. Actually, I think Tomb Blast is still there, but I do remember Bubble Works. I did, and now I think that's the Gruffalo or something. Now, isn't it? Chessington. Also, a place that I haven't been to for 10 years is Alton Towers. I went there 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago. It was, but I went to Alton Towers, and I think that's changed like. Oh, finally, that video of the members is shared out now. Yeah, 10 years ago I went to Alton Towers. I did. Uh, I've never been to Fort Park though or Legoland. They're the two of the big American theme parks we've got in the UK. Thanks very much, 345 Bay. Glad you enjoyed them. Like, I do like to mix up the live streams and whatnot. I'm still getting closer to 15 thumbs up now, so if you guys haven't already given me a thumbs up, would be appreciated. 345 Bay says yes, the Buffalo is the new Gruffalo. The Buffalo is the new Gruffalo. The Bubble Works is now Gruffalo. What bubble? I'm saying. I've got to do some recording tonight. First time in months I felt motivated to do anything. I've been taking major plan now. Yeah, sometimes I felt like that, to be honest with you, Red Hot Reactions, but I have pushed through. Definitely do get some videos sorted out though. I do want to see some more of your reactions because they are dead funny. Especially that one of you are. Oh, which one was it now? I forget. I think it was the one where you're reacting to the TV adverts. I was trying not to pee myself laughing. I think that was about a year ago. What was that reaction? I forget now. But that was one that I was honestly trying not to laugh at. You said that it's been 26 years. God! And Alton Towers is like 43 years old. God, you must have gone there in the early days then. Damn! And I thought me saying I've not been in there for 10 years. Yeah, they're proper funny, them ones. Which one was it? Now, I'm going to have to look at your channel because, honestly, excuse me, I've been talking for ages and that made me get the old ticker in the throat. Which one was it? It might be one of your most popular ones, actually. I think it was the one where you. I think it was the one where you had was it? I think I had Barbie Girl in it as well, if I remember rightly. Was that a different one I'm referring to? But there was some that you did, Steve, that really made me pee myself laughing. Oh no. But yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, so yeah, it was like really long time ago when you went to Alton Towers then. But yeah, definitely I want to see some of them reactions, Steve. They were proper funny. Brian says the other day I bought a couple of fridge magnets in the shape of a station nameplates from a local station, Whitley Bay on the Tyne-and-Wear Metro in Newcastle. That's cool. I have been on that a couple of years ago, but not been there since Newcastle. All new up from a presentation too. Yeah, that's cool. In fact, I might change a few things up into because I have had the same banner and profile picture for a while now, so you never know. I might change a few things up. I might do, just not sure yet, to be honest with you. 345 Bear says, I went to Legoland last week, but there's better vibes at Chessington rather than Legoland. It's more, yeah. I think they aim it for like under 12s, don't they, at Legoland? They do. But I think Chessington, they've designed it for like families. I think Fort Park is definitely up there for more like thrill seekers and young adults, basically. And I think Alton Towers is definitely the one where they've got something for everything. Although I have heard stuff about Alton Towers recently, like apparently it's been getting like bad press and it's been a bit of crap season or whatever. Just from stuff I've watched, because I also watched that guy Sean Theme Park Worldwide. He did all the stuff about the theme parks, and based on what he's said, I kind of think it's true. Like that they seem like they've gone a bit downhill. They have Alton Towers, from what I've seen. Okay, no worries at all. Thanks so much for leaving me running in the background, Steve. But yeah, I don't think there's any other news I mean needed to share, to be honest with you. Hey Nora, welcome. Do hope you're doing okay. I'm doing fine. But I think that's pretty much all. But I will keep the chit chat going a bit longer. But yeah. I'm not sure if there's any of like railway news in the UK that I need to share. Was there anything that came up? I've mentioned the best kept station voting that's going on at the moment. I've mentioned the good old strikes. I've mentioned the new timetable. Oh, new trains. TFWs have finally got their two. Actually, I think that was old news now. I was going to say they finally got their 231s, but I think that was a couple of months ago now. I don't think there was any other news. I think the main news was about Reading Green Park, but I've already mentioned that. And cross country. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else like train news, but I needed to mention, to be honest with you. 345 Bay says Hocus Pocus at Chessington is now Room in the Broom. That's cool. Can you think of a town which has 3 different types of railway? What do you mean? Like Heritage Railway and Steam Railway? Because if you're saying that, Kidderminster, Brian, or even what's that one down in I think it's Wales. They've got a steam railway, and then it's a mainline railway. Yeah, but definitely Kidderminster. They've got the diesel like trains down there on the Severn Valley Railway, and then they've got the steam ones. Then they've got the main line, different with tracks. Yeah, I think Kidderminster's the only one. I'm not sure though. I honestly don't. You have to Google it, Brian, because honestly I don't actually know about that one. Oh, different width. I thought you said width. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. Michael says, I love I can't speak. I love the 231s and the Welsh flirts. They are very flirty. I rode one last week. Yeah, they're very Greater Anglia though. I haven't been on the Greater Anglia flirts, but I did see one at Peterborough last year. They seem alright. I'm not sure when I'll get to ride them though, because I am going down to South Wales in a couple of weeks. But it's for family stuff, not for train stuff. So I won't be riding them, unfortunately. The Rock Flume, Falls is now a Tiger Rock where you can see the tigers. Oh, you're on about Chessington still, aren't you? 345. But I was like, what? The Rock Flume Dragon Falls is now a Tiger Rock where you can see the actual tigers walk past down on your ride. Brian. Oh, Saltburn. Oh, yeah, Saltburn. I should have thought about that because I went to Saltburn back in 2019. It's got the normal trains, the miniature train, and the Cliff Rare. Yeah. Did that miniature train? What miniature train? I didn't know. Oh yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that actually. I knew it had the Cliff Railway because it wasn't in operation when I was there. And they got the main northern service up to Saltburn by the sea. I didn't know they had a miniature railway though, Brian. I knew they had the Cliff Railway though. My hair is now pink. Very nice, Mum. Is it a bit like the picture of me and you, your profile picture? Sorry, typed in the wrong place. Who are you supposed to be sending that message to then? Your partner? Oh, pardon me, I've got the burps this evening. When I was in Wales, they were doing the Penarth services. Ah, nice. I've not been to Penarth. I've been to the Bay, been to Barry Island, but I've not been to Penarth, which is weird because Penarth's not too far from Cardiff Bay. Mum says Saltburn Cliff ride wasn't rude. Cliff lift wasn't working when we went. I thought I was dying after walking up them steps. Oh God, yeah, I remember that, Mum. Oh yeah, I've actually, and I keep forgetting to put this blooming one up, but I've actually. My brother got me this one. If I can find it. I'm not sure I put it now. But I've got another one somewhere that needs putting up. I have through. Ah, is that it? No, that's my steam trains thing. I don't know where I put it, but it's somewhere over there with that other crap. But I've actually got another one, VS, which I keep forgetting to put on the wall. My mum got me that one, although I'm not sure if people have noticed the mistake. Sam Vlog Trains and More, but I've got another one which says Sam's Vlog Trains and More. Hopefully, by the time I next go live, in fact, I might put it up tomorrow actually. I'll have the other sign up to show you guys. I will. Yeah, because I've got a copy of that Stay Safe Thomas book there. It's underneath Miles. That one, I've got one of them too. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing with that sign now, VS, but hopefully I'll be able to find it and then put it up next time I go live. But Miles didn't come with me to Bristol. He's not a fan of long distance journeys. But I have got a trip to the East Midlands coming up, so I am definitely going to take Miles with me then. Because I'm sure he will like a trip to his home territory. I did take him up to, well, where was it? I did take him up to North Staffordshire area, but he didn't come up with me to Warrington or Bristol. But I will definitely take him up to the East Midlands because I do have a trip to the East Midlands planned. I think I didn't know who. I didn't watch it, Michael. But I knew James. Eh? What am I missing? I heard that 345 Bay. Is that the one with James Corden? Who's James Corden? Oh, the Bay is also a sitcom on ITV. I didn't realise that. I've not watched that show. I haven't. No, Michael on 345 Bay. Yeah, Gavin and Stacey was filmed in Barry Island. Because you can actually go and see the house. Because I was actually watching that other YouTuber, Walk With Me Tim, and he actually showed off the fact that there's the house, the actual Gavin and Stacey house that that's a lady now owns, and she actually opens it up for the public to see. And apparently she doesn't even charge either. So if you're a big Gavin and Stacey fan, apparently you can go and see the house in Barry. I've seen a few clips from Gavin and Stacey, but I've never watched the TV show fully, to be honest with you. Oh, is he an actor? I've never heard of him. I've not. But yeah. Has anybody else got any crap that they want to tell me? Because I think I have said everything I need to say in the live stream tonight. He does car karaoke. Oh? Yeah, I've never heard of James Corden. I've not. Oh, in other news, if you guys are watching the live stream and you've not subscribed, obviously I've got the 5 minutes timer on, but I noticed this, about 52% of you guys aren't, is this phone going to focus again? 52% of you guys aren't subscribed. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really just helps the channel grow, and it's completely free. Because I know some people, if they're new to the channel, they'll look at the channel and they'll see subscribe and they'll also see join. And I think YouTube, and I'm not sure if anybody else will agree with me on this or not, but I think YouTube actually needs to change the subscribe button to follow. Because I do think that it does confuse new viewers, because they might think they have to pay to subscribe. But even though that's a separate service, like to subscribe to your channel on YouTube, it is free as long as you've got a Google account, and they're also free to create. Stay within the rules, basically. And the join button is basically not added extra that you pay for. The actual subscribing part and following someone's YouTube channel is completely free. But yeah. Yeah, make sure you guys do hit that thumbs up. I see we're getting closer to 15 thumbs up. Share me out as well. Oh yeah, that was even bits of news. Ruben's mentioned that. Yeah, the everyone's favourite train, You'll Be Going Nowhere, the Class 180s, which I actually filmed a couple of when I was actually in the East Midlands. I did. I think it was just the one set I filmed back in Leicester, back in April. But the East Midlands Class 180s are no longer with them, unfortunately. It's now all Maderians on the intercity route. My dog Blaze is woof and he says hello. Oh, he voiced James Corden. He voiced the mouse in the Gruffalo film, and his voice can be heard in the Gruffalo ride at Chessington. Oh, nice. Ruben says, I've heard people don't like James Corden if he's the one I'm thinking of. Well, hey Leo, do you hope you're doing okay? I need to catch up with your channel actually, but thanks so much for coming in. Brian says, have you seen any of you seen the very old black and white movie Mr. Potter, a film based in a rundown train station? No, I haven't seen that one, Brian. 345 Bay says, my favourite celebrity is Kia Pegg, who played Jodie Jackson in The Dumping Ground, which is my favourite TV show, and she now plays Scar Kiernan in Doctors. Very nice. I haven't watched Dumping Ground for a good few years now, to be honest with you. But yeah. So yeah, I do want to definitely find that sign, because I have mentioned that a couple of live streams now, but I'm going to get that sign sorted out. Because actually my brother got me. I think it was, in fact, I think it's been there for about 2 years. So my apologies, my brother, if you're watching this. But I will get mine to put in that Sam's Rock Trains and Wall sign. Because it's got like the National Rail logo on it too. It does. It's a shame I haven't got it to hand, because otherwise I would have shown you. But it'll be a nice surprise if you haven't seen it when it goes up on the wall, hopefully from the next live stream. Has anybody got any plans for the bank holiday weekend if you live in the UK? Because we do have the May bank holiday weekend this weekend. So if anybody got any plans for it? I know there's a couple of things going on. There's Birmingham Pride, and also if you're a Coventry City fan like me, I'm not a big Coventry City fan, but they are my local team, so obviously you've got to support your local football team. Coventry City are actually playing at Wembley versus Luton actually this coming Saturday to see if they can get into the Premier League next season, which is actually going to be quite exciting for my local football team, because they have actually done really well over the past few years, especially this season just gone. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about football because this channel's not about football, but I just thought I'd mention that because that's happening over the bank holiday weekend. I'm not a big one for football, but yeah. Or are you going down to London for the Elizabeth line on Monday, are you? Maybe, Ruben. Well, but don't blame you, because the tickets will be off-peak all day. No expensive fares down to London on Monday mornings. Ruben sounds like he's Tico, isn't it? Yeah, I know, right, Ruben, because isn't he a Villa fan, actually? And I'm discussing Coventry City. I'm discussing another football team in the West Midlands, and I'm sure Tico's a Villa fan. All that fluff and stuff is laughing at me. Brian says, bank holiday plans. My wife and I are travelling to Scotland for a few days, only out to Edinburgh, and then Scotland to Glasgow Queen Street. That's cool, you have a nice time. And then Free for Friday says, I might be going down to Walton on Naze on Saturday. I'll go to the Singing Lift again on Monday. I'll be on the Elizabeth line too that day. I do want to definitely do Bond Street on the Elizabeth line at some point, because obviously I'm not going to do like a full dedicated vlog for visiting Bond Street, to be honest with you. I'll probably just do like a short, to be honest. Because quite a lot of them central core Elizabeth line stations do look quite similar, to be honest with you. But yeah. I think then, guys, I'm probably going to wrap things up, because it is getting quite late now, 11:15 in the UK, and probably want to make sure I've got everything for this video ready for tomorrow, like the tags and bits and bobs like that. It's gonna be just a train video tomorrow. The last one from when I was in the Acton Bridge area, Hertford railway station's coming out tomorrow. It's just a quick one, because unfortunately I didn't get any freight at Hertford. But that video is going to be going out tomorrow. Lytton Chew? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think I've seen you on Twitter, but welcome. Thanks for coming in. Do you think, do you know when the first day... Oh, you're on about the Avanti trains, the 805s and the 807s will be running. Honestly, not sure. I know they have been tested now on the main line. I haven't personally seen them being tested, but I don't know. Probably, maybe just before Christmas. Who knows? But hopefully, I'll be able to ride them on the first day, because they are quite local to me. It just hopefully they do a run that's not too far from where I live. Because I do definitely want to give them Avanti trains a go. Although I reckon the seats will be quite hard, like the GWR ones, to be honest with you. Because also, I'm not sure when the 730s are going to be entering service in West Midlands. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention actually, the 196s now have started on the Leamington to Nuneaton via Coventry runs they have. I'm not sure if there's a 172 still operating on it still, but I think definitely there is at least one 196 diagram on that line. And then they've started to do a few extra Hereford services alongside the 172s. And now the 196s are entirely on the Shrewsbury lines now, 7 days a week. It is bedtime, Mum's tired. Oh no, Ryan, it's Coventry City. Yeah. In fact, funny enough, I used to have a Coventry City shirt back in the day, but I got rid of it. I was much younger when I had this Coventry City shirt though. Because I actually went to the like it was, I'm not sure if it was like a museum, but it might have been even in the cathedral. The Sky Blues thing. I remember doing that when there's pictures of me. It was get dressed up as Sky Blues. I remember that. I'm still waiting for the new 810s to enter service. Are they going? Oh yeah, they're going on the East Midlands Metro. East Midlands Metro? East Midlands Metro? What the hell is the East Midlands Metro? East Midlands Railway Network, the 810s are supposed to be, aren't they? VS says, always funny if you could have seen me dance at my seat dancing to Tina's music, lol. Last of the days, I just realised I worked longer than necessary. Oh yeah, because it's like 10 to 6 for you now. It's 10 to 11 in the UK. So I probably will end any minute now. The seats on the Class 700s, I've not actually tried the 700s. But yeah, I am going to wrap things up now. If I missed anything worth mentioning in this live stream, I will mention it in my next live stream. Not sure what my next live stream will be, but I will try and set up the next one in advance, because obviously this was just a random extra live stream. So I do appreciate everyone from the notification squad which came to the live stream. And thanks so much. Obviously we've got 15 thumbs up now as well, folks. Ruben said East Midlands Metro ? The new name for the Nottingham Express Transit. Lol. I've still not been on their Nottingham trams. Maybe one day. But saying that, I've not been on the West Midlands Metro. But the main reason why I've not been on the West Midlands Metro is because I was actually holding off doing it until they've got all the new routes opened up. So I will do it at some point. Oh yeah, I remember that as well, 345. But I think I even seen that in the news. I think it was on BBC London actually. People moaned about the iron board seats. But yeah, because I think I commented on it at the time saying people are moaning about the ironing board seats, but about a week ago they were moaning about they couldn't get a bloody seat. So it's either sit on an ironing board seat or stand up. But yeah, on that note, thanks so much for everyone for coming in tonight. Shout out to the members. We had VS Speaks Warrior in here tonight, and then I think that was the only member we had in here tonight. I'm not sure if we had another one. But shout out to the other members as well. And if you want to become a member, they start at $1.99, completely optional but very much appreciated. Like the live stream if you haven't already done so, and comment down below some feedback will be appreciated. And if you guys are, I will definitely ride the Nottingham trams at some point. If you guys aren't yet subscribed, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button and make sure you have the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future live streams or videos. It will be Hertford railway station, a few clips at Hertford coming out tomorrow. Thanks so much for coming in, 345 Barry Ruben. Thanks so much for the kind words. And then take care, folks. Have a good night or good morning for all that fluff and stuff was over in Australia. But take care, everybody. Bye, all guys. Peace out.